If I'm going too fast, just tell me. Unless you fall off, then just whistle really loud.
Hey!
Sam only fell off like 8 times yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, he was going a little too fast.
But he actually fell
But
off.
he also had goggles on.
Oh, that's true, but there's no dust. It'd just be mud. So
That's true.
just close your eyes and open your mouth. suckered. I think all the elk are on the other side of the river. One's just really loud, so we thought he was on our side. Now that we dropped all the way down here, we might as well go around and see if there are any on our side. They're worked up over there. Are you willing to drop 1,000 feet into the bottom of the river and then hike back up? Why'd you look at me like that?
What do you mean drop? Like hike down?
Well, we could paraglide. We could roll.
Well, you sounded like we would fall.
There may be some slipping and falling involved. That bull's just right over the ridge. think?
That's really cool.
Two of them within 40 yards now. But no shots. I wonder if those pink arrows really know how to shoot. No comment? The wind really picked up. We were so close on that last one. We screamed with him for 45 minutes. He was just 60 yards across the draw, but he wouldn't come across just that little draw. So we finally went across to him, and he came turned like he was coming right at us, and right then the wind swirled. Good wind for 45 minutes, and then he gets on his train coming in, and that's the wind in elk country. Drizzle, a couple drops of rain, kind of swirling wind. Sun's trying to come out, so I've got some competing thermals here, so I'm gonna hunker down. It's 12. We'll bugle down the bottom. It's 12:30. We're just gonna hunker here and let the weather either blow over or get consistent in some way. We'll go back up. There are a couple bulls bugling up on this ridge above us here that I'm hoping the thermals will straighten out and wind will die down. We can go and call to them. Been sitting here for like 3 hours. It poured rain. It got cold. And a bull just bugled below us. So we're gonna see if we can call it in. We have chased bugles from one side of this canyon to the other and back. My ears are ringing from hearing so many bugles.
Finally, I think you got cut off. You're not responding anymore. They've had enough of you.
They all went to a party and we didn't get invited. It's so weird what they do. This morning they were all upstream and on the other side. And they came over here tonight, clear across the canyon and going clear up into a clear cut up on the other side. That's elk for you. Just when you think you haven't figured out, it's chaos out here. There's so much bugling, which is awesome. It's also frustrating when you can't call them in.
We went so long without hearing a bugle that first week that we chased every bugle that we heard today.
What do you think, Jessi?
I like hearing a lot of them bugle.
You like that?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard that many, like, in one day. So,
How come you didn't shoot them?
because I didn't get a shot.
You didn't get a shot.
I didn't.
I didn't call one in for you?
That's not what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying, but that's what I mean.
Yeah, pretty much. I had one that came clear across the canyon to us, but for whatever reason, he turned and saw Jessi or saw something and didn't have very much farther to go, did he? No.
Oh, yeah.
Would you have shot him?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Was he big enough?
Yeah.
He was? How big was he?
Like a 5 point?
How come you're looking at Donnie?
Because I'm not really sure.
We saw a big one tonight.
Yeah.
We were close to him for, gosh, an hour, hour and a half. Within 50 yards. But that's why he's big. Just wouldn't come that last 10, 15 yards.
He had that uphill advantage on us. He was not going to be giving it up. We ran up the mountain to try and get on his level and bugled, and he went 20, 30 yards higher.
That's when you wish you had 4 legs. Great day of elk hunting. Bummed we didn't get one because it's that much bugling you just think it's a slam dunk.
Yeah.
Elk hunting's not a slam dunk. You have a dad joke?
We hunkered down here during the rainstorm. There was a bunch of ants crawling all over my pants and stuff, and I got to thinking, ants never get sick. And the reason that is because they have those little antibodies.
Such a good storyteller. Well, the pink arrows almost struck again.
Multiple times,
Yeah.
too.
We have her within 40 yards of 3 different bulls.
Yeah.
That was a fun day. That was probably, I can't think if we had a better day of bugling. The day you shot yours was a good day, but I think
Yeah.
this was multiple elk in one drainage. They'd all come together.
Yeah. They were talking to each other, not just us talking to them, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they didn't want us to be close to them at all.
No. We'll talk about that. I think that'd make a good strategy for success for this episode.
Yeah.
We struggled. You saw the Scousins in the previous series. You saw Donnie and I here in Idaho earlier in the season, and now we're in the prime time right now with Jessi, and we're struggling to get close. So. But before we get there, I thought it was funny. So last year, Jessi went and scouted while Donnie and I were hunting in Oregon, and she did her own scouting. she took the bikes, the e-bikes, the Baku e-bikes back to the hunting area where she was going and got an elk to bugle. So we came back, Jessi and I went scouting one night, I don't remember if it was the night before she got her elk, but somewhere really close there on the bikes. And we were riding the bike along, and it's a gravel road. You're still pretty quiet, but it's still crunching gravel a little bit. There was a bull like 60 yards over the hill from the road that heard the gravel crunching and must have thought it was something walking, another elk walking up there, and it bugles at us. So we stopped. That's how we located her elk last year. So this one, we're riding along, same thing, and there's a little ditch in the road, so I don't remember, one of us hit the brakes and it just let out a little squeal. The disc brake squealed, and an elk answered up on the hill. So we've dubbed it the Baku Bugle, and we are we're pretty consistent with that.
Yes.
So it's, the bikes, they have their uses and they have their areas, and we've talked a little about that they're not in some national forests, they're considered motorized even if they're class 1. But we use them on regular motorized roads, just regular roads that cars and trucks can drive down. And it's amazing, just that much slower than driving in a truck. It's not a lot. You can still do 15, 20 miles an hour, but you're able to see sign, you're able to see tracks, you're able to look around and see rubs better. You can hear elk bugling. We've heard elk bugling 500-600 yards away just driving.
While you're just coasting along.
Yeah, just going along, and it's quiet enough. So we're getting kind of comfortable riding the bikes.
Jessi's very comfortable in her little chariot.
Yes. The chariot. Yeah, the chariot for the princess.
Yeah.
So, we got close. I think we didn't even see any grouse that day. We haven't seen grouse for a while.
Nope.
They're all getting educated.
They moved to the high country.
Yep. They're high pressured grouse now. Well, you like hunting them earlier in the season.
Yeah.
But so strategy for success, and we've dealt with it all season. This year was just a weird year. We definitely had some elk come in. Donnie's bull came flying in. The one I shot came in good. In Utah, we had a couple come in, but for the most part, everywhere we went, we saw with the Scousins, where we were in Utah, here, and now today with Jessi, the elk we can't seem to get close to them. And typically our strategy is get within 100 or 150 yards and scream at them, and they come in. They lose their mind, they drop their senses, and they come in. And it wasn't like that this year. We tried everything. We tried cow calls, we tried wimpy bugles, we tried challenge bugles, and no matter what we did, if we got within 100 yards of them, they would push up the hill 200 yards. And we'd move back in, and everything was fine. It wasn't like they were running, but they'd stand their ground until we got so close, and then they'd move off again.
From all the comments that we've been reading, it sounds like a similar situation for most of you as well.
Yeah. So I do have a theory, and it's not proven. It's just something that I've kind of conjured up, but we had a lot of smoke this year. I mean, Colorado, Oregon, Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, there was smoke everywhere in the West. And I really think as heavily as an elk relies on its sense of smell to stay alive, everything they do is based on their sense of smell. Their movements in the morning are with the wind in their face. Their movements in the evening, everything is based on them being able to smell danger. Where they bed at night, where they bed during the middle of the day. And I think for us, I know for me, it burned my sinuses. That smoke was so thick, it was burning the sinuses, gives you a sore throat breathing it in. And I think an elk, with their sense of smell thousands of times better than us, it has to just burn their sense of smell out. And I really think that their sense of smell was not as effective with all that smoke as it is when the air's clear. And they're having a harder time detecting danger, so they just weren't taking any chances unless they got a visual. Utah, we saw the elk fight. They obviously were getting close to each other there, but those two same bulls we couldn't get close to, and they were moving up the hill out into the open. And so there's no science behind that, but it's I haven't seen it that bad in a long time where you can't get close to elk, and so I really think there's a correlation there somehow.
Defenses were up because their senses were down.
Ooh, that's almost like a shirt slogan.
Poetic.
Yeah. Your defense is up when your sense is down.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. We won't talk about dad jokes right now because if we're talking about sense being down.
Yeah.
Hey, can you be quiet back there behind the camera? John's back there shaking everything, laughing. All right. Do you have a dad joke? Now that I just made fun of you and said your dad jokes are senseless.
Yeah, I told a dad joke in this episode.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
The little antibodies.
Yes.
That is right. That was a good one. I'll give you that. You get an A- today for that, the dad joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jessi didn't like it, and almost zero reaction.
She's a teenage girl.
Yes.
She rolls her eyes at everything.
Yes.
She actually is my sounding board for dad jokes. She's a good sport. If it's funny, she'll tell me that's a good one.
Yeah.
If it's not funny, she's like,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've got
right.
our regular giveaways, the 4 daily giveaways. If you didn't watch episode 5, I think, episode 5 of V3, we gave away a Baku bike, and you can still go back and enter a comment in episode 5 and be eligible and entered to win. So
Yes.
go back through all the episodes, enter comments. Where do they enter the comments?
Right down below.
It'd be cool if we could put a graphic that actually came out of the YouTube
Yeah.
screen. It was an arm going down and pointing to the comment
A little
section.
GIF.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we can't. So there's nobody to help you beyond that. You're just gonna have to scroll down and find the comment
Yeah.
section.
Our camera guy's not that good.
Yeah, he's good, but he's not that good.
Yeah.
Bugle tube holder. This is how I carried the bugle tube. Just bungeed in there, and it was real quick just to pull off and bugle with. But I'm going to talk to Baku because we need a bugle tube holder right there. So.
When he was going really fast, you could kind of hear a slight whistle out of it.
There were times I thought, was that an elk bugle? The wind just going through there, and it'd start whistling.
Yeah, a little muffler.
All right.
Yes, a basket or a bugle tube holder.
A basket.
A basket.
Did you just say
A
that?
manly basket.
There's no such thing as a manly basket.
Something to put stuff in so that you're not having to reach in your pack every time.
What would you put in your bike basket, your manly bike basket?
I'm going to speak up for John. John could put camera gear in a basket.
John,
And he would be very thankful.
John, would you put camera gear in a basket on the front of a bike? He's saying no. No. What would you put in a basket on the front of your bike? You thought of this idea.
Snacks.
Snacks. Okay. Now the truth comes out. Now the
When
truth
you're just
comes
riding
out.
along, you just want to reach up and grab a snack.
You don't want to miss our backcountry hunt with llamas. It's coming up really soon here.
Yeah.
Talking about snacks.
Yep.
So, little teaser for you there to keep you in suspense. But we're out of here for tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. And tomorrow, we're back with Jessi, and we're in Idaho still, but we're hunting with a rifle. And Idaho Fish and Game Department, kudos to them. If you're under the age of 18 and you buy an elk tag, us as adults have to choose whether we get an A tag or a B tag. And the A tag is primarily archery, the B tag is primarily rifle, and they're different seasons. But if you're a youth and you buy the A tag, you get to hunt the A and the B seasons. So she got to hunt archery, and if she didn't fill, she gets to hunt rifle for any bull. And so we're going to be opening day tomorrow. Dale was with us today filming. John is with us on tomorrow's episode, opening day, and we get to take Jessi out, see if she can get an elk with a rifle. She shot an elk with her bow, but she's never shot one with a rifle yet.
Yes.
Yet. Big gear giveaway tomorrow.
Tune in.
Yet. See you tomorrow. Do you dream of going on a do-it-yourself elk hunt but don't know where to start? Or have you previously hunted elk but failed to fill your tag? Are you simply looking to increase your success and become a more consistently successful elk hunter? If you answered yes to any of these questions, the University of Elk Hunting online course is for you. Click here to learn how the University of Elk Hunting online course can help you maximize your elk hunting success.